Hey guys, it's YouTube Rohit from AI for Teens and introducing What's New with AI Weekly. So, you have a lot of downtime, you're driving somewhere, you're walking, it doesn't matter, you have some free time and you're interested in artificial intelligence. So you want to keep up to date with the recent breakthroughs and innovations that are happening related to it. However, AI is very popular right now, and with so many events happening in just one day, it can get pretty overwhelming, and this is where we come in. Because I have compiled a list of 7 of the most important milestones, innovations, companies that have been launched in the past 7 days, and I have created a video of them just for you. So let's get started with the first one, XAI. So we all know him, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Elon Musk, the richest person in the planet. And all of us are familiar with the startups, SpaceX privatizing space exploration, and Tesla making breakthroughs in computer vision with the mission of creating self-driving cars. However, recently he has launched another startup called XAI. And this is all very new. Just in the past week, he's announced it, added it on Twitter, published the website. But you can see that he already has a team of 12 people, and these team members of his, they come from companies that are really focused on AI right now, such as OpenAI and Microsoft. So what is the mission of XAI? Musk has only stated it briefly, claiming that it's to understand the universe. What does that entail? So our take on this is that unlike other companies that are focusing on generative AI, Musk and XAI is aiming to understand our surroundings and understand why our surroundings are the way they are using artificial intelligence. This can involve looking through some just theorized concepts such as dark energy, dark matter, and we're really excited to see what comes of this. Number 2, phone scammers leveraging artificial intelligence. With the rise of AI, there is also the rise of the following phone scam. So a person receives a call and they hear the sound of a family member or a close friend or even a recognizable politician. It just has to be a very familiar voice. And that person is asking for some personal information or for some money. A mother of a 15-year-old daughter also fell victim to this scam because she received a call saying that, with her daughter, saying that she had been kidnapped and that money needed to be deposited in this bank account if the mother wanted to see the daughter alive. Now, the mother did not actually deposit the money in the bank account because she had figured out that this was a scam using deepfake technology. So what is a deepfake? A deepfake is a video or an audio clip that has a person doing or saying something they did not actually do or say. But how does this work, especially with audio clips? So every voice has something that makes it unique. Frequency, pitch, all of those. And if you have enough data of a speaker's voice, you can turn it into a spectrograph, which is a visual representation of an audio clip, and put it into a deep learning model, such as Deep Voice. Once you train the model and optimize it, you just enter text and then get an output of something that sounds scarily familiar to the recordings you had submitted. There have actually been several experiments done to test the accuracy of these deepfake voices. For example, a boy once programmed his deepfake voice to tell his mother that he was going for an interview and needed the number at the back of his mother's driver's license. And the mother quickly sent that. However, just reiterating, it wasn't actually the boy saying that, it was the deepfake. And once the boy told his mother that, she was really surprised because it sounded so similar to his actual voice. So this is something to be careful about and to be warned about. And actually continuing on the theme of the negative repercussions of AI, the next topic we're going to be looking at is that jobs are at risk due to artificial intelligence. Number 3, are jobs at a risk due to artificial intelligence? So I've been reading around articles and there's a lot of reports stating that 20 to 30% of jobs are at a high risk due to artificial intelligence, and let's just discuss this. Laborious jobs and mundane ones can easily be replaced by artificial intelligence. However, artificial intelligence is not going to reduce and be a whole elimination of certain jobs, but rather it has the potential to transform the job market. Because we have seen historically that technological revolutions actually create new opportunities for people to participate in. The classic example of this is the Industrial Revolution. Previously, agricultural societies depended heavily on farmers harvesting crops and harvesting animals. However, with the machinery and factories brought by the Industrial Revolution, Farmers were not left unemployed, but rather they can shift to handling the machinery in the factories. So in conclusion, even though several jobs are at a risk due to artificial intelligence, at the same time, AI has the potential to create new jobs that will eventually lead to a net increase in jobs offered in the job market. Number 4, Bill Gates' view on artificial intelligence. So as you've seen in this video itself, AI can have harmful repercussions, such as phone scams, deepfake technology that can jeopardize elections and therefore the democracy of our country, and even jobs being lost. So what does Bill Gates think about artificial intelligence? Well, recently on Gates Notes, he has published an article about it, and he has used this analogy that I really like. And that analogy is that when cars were first created, there was an inevitable first car crash. Did we stop using cars altogether? No. What we did, we created protocols for the roads, speed bumps, we've created traffic laws, we've created traffic lights, and all of these things that help manage cars, and that makes driving safer. We didn't get rid of driving entirely. And the same thing needs to be done for AI, because yes, there are hackers who can leverage AI to bypass security features. But at the same time, there are also going to be the security team that can bypass the hacker's attack, and then the hackers can counter the security's counterattack, and this is just essentially an endless feedback cycle. However, it does not leave us completely defenseless. Additionally, Gates has stated that leveraging technology that can help boost our productivity is worth it, even though there can be suspicions and some unfairness in the beginning. A prime example of this, as he has stated, is handheld calculators. When handheld calculators were first released, teachers were suspicious because they weren't sure if students were cheating or not. However, now, calculators have been integrated with math courses such that a student's performance and math skills can be optimized. In the same way, we must leverage AI to make the best of our world and to put forth the best of our abilities. Number 5, AI in construction. So a really exciting use case of artificial intelligence is how it's being used in construction. Now, AI, construction, where do they mix? In the nerdiest parts. So before you start building, there are thousands of safety protocols and safety rules that a building plan must follow. For example, it must have these number of staircases, these number of fire hydrants to protect in case a disaster occurs. And there are just so many that it's hard for architects to keep track of it. However, using AI, they can automatically figure out what their building is missing, what they need to be updated about, what still needs to be done, and this can ensure that you can quickly get to the actual building part and not stay stuck on the planning forever. Number 6, AI being used to help manage traffic. Another very exciting use case of artificial intelligence is how it can help identify breaches in traffic laws and also identify the perpetrators very easily. So this is, for example, done in Tampa City, Florida. But how is this possible in the first place? It's possible using computer vision. So you've probably heard of computer vision before. It's essentially how self-driving cars function. But what really is it? In very simple terms, it is, as the name suggests, a way to help computers interpret the visual world around them. So how is this possible? The first step, you have to have a lot of labeled image data. This is essentially you have an image of a car, you have to label it so that it says car. Step number 2, you have to pre-process the images. This means perhaps noise reduction. If color isn't important, then perhaps making it grayscale. They just have to be all in the same format. Step number 3, this is where it gets interesting. You have to plug it into a deep learning model. And the go-to model for this is convolutional neural networks. But how do convolutional neural networks, or otherwise called CNN models, actually work? So let's say you're trying to describe a picture to a friend. How do you go about doing that? Well, you might say something like, oh yeah, there's this dog in the center. How do you know it's the dog though? Because it has fur, it has 4 legs. These are things that help you identify the features of a dog that help you identify it. But how does this work for computers? Because they can't interpret visual data in the first place. Well, all images are made up of pixels, and each pixel has a red, green, and blue value. These are all integers. So the first layer in a convolutional neural network, a CNN, is a convolutional layer. And what that does, it applies a filter or a kernel to each image. This means that it applies a mathematical formula to all pixel values that help extract the most important features of the image, such as the edges and all, that create a feature map. Then the second most important thing a CNN does, the pooling layer. And the pooling layer is reducing the dimensionality of the image such that only the most important features remain. And then the convolutional layer and the pooling layer are all done several times until you are left with a result. So that way a computer can identify, oh yeah, this is a dog. And oh yeah, this car is going over the red line, it's changing the lane without an indicator. So that's how computer vision can be used to help monitor traffic. Number 7, AI Appreciation Day. It's on July 16th, so just a few days ago. And the purpose is to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of artificial intelligence. It has come a long way. You think it was just recently developed. However, the first AI project dates back to 1955. AI was used to mimic the problem-solving skills of humans. Ever since then, as you can tell by the world around you, as you can tell by this video, it has come a long way in impacting our daily lives, in integrating itself, and in helping us, actually. So it is very momentous that all of the researchers' work has been recognized in this one day, July 16th, just a few days ago, AI Appreciation Day. Thank you so much for sticking around to hear all of that. I hope you learned something new, or at least were interested by the events occurring. And if you do have anything to say about them, any thoughts, any opinions, anything you want to see in the future, please consider commenting down below. If you enjoyed this video and are looking forward to see more like this coming soon, as there will be weekly updates for this series, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be updated when my new video launches. Most importantly, once again, my name is Yuti Purohit, and I'm the founder of a nonprofit called AI for Teens. The mission of AI for Teens is to create a community of AI enthusiasts among teenagers. We're going about doing this because I'm hosting a free machine learning crash course, and content that will be covered includes an overview into AI and ML, how they are used in different industries, supervised and unsupervised models such as regression, classification, and clustering, and to close it off, a look into future technologies. Classes will be once a week for 6 weeks. It's free, it's instructor-led, and it's just a great introductory course to get deeper interested into AI and ML. If you're interested in signing up, send an email at mail.aiforteens@gmail.com. Consider subscribing, liking, and commenting down below. Thank you so much.